Thanks for joining us. I'm Don Nelson. Here are your top headlines. A man is sentenced for a cold case killing dating back decades. Back in 1994, Cheryl Barrett was found dead in her North End Boise home. Reports said her throat was slit. Police investigated the case for more than 20 years but came up empty-handed. Then, last January, a breakthrough in the case. As we told you, Lee Robert Miller was arrested in Boise on a warrant out of Washington State, charged with killing a woman there in 1992. Using DNA, investigators say they were able to connect him with Barrett's murder. And this afternoon, Miller was sentenced for that killing. A judge ruled that Miller must serve at least 25 years in prison. This after Miller reached a plea agreement with prosecutors. He was also ordered to pay almost $5,000 restitution to the victim's daughter. A judge in Washington sentenced Miller to 17 years in prison. If Miller is still alive at the end of his prison time in Idaho, he will then have to serve those 17 additional years in Washington. Earlier this week, we introduced you to Conrad Jeffries, a local veteran who's using his voice and experience to save America's soldiers from suicide. Over the last 3 years, Jeffries has spent time developing a solution to combat veteran suicide. He believes that by tackling the root or triggers of suicide, he can prevent the outcome altogether. In fact, Jeffries is so confident in his 8-layer suicide trigger prevention model, he's ready to present it to the president.
President Trump implemented this form within the DoD tomorrow. I guarantee you within 12 months we would have some success stories on discharges and our suicide numbers would drop.
Tomorrow on Good Morning Idaho, Frankie Catafais has more on this Finding Hope story and will share Jeffries' plan of attack to combat veteran suicide.
Now, Rachel Garceau with the On Your Side forecast.
Well, it is shaping up to be an incredibly windy Wednesday night across the Treasure Valley as a cold front that's been marching across the Pacific Northwest all day long will be on our doorstep overnight tonight. It'll take a few hours to roll through the region, but as it comes, we do expect wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. So there is a wind advisory in effect for Malheur County in eastern Oregon and in the entire Treasure Valley until 3 o'clock Thursday morning. Make sure you batten down the hatches and maybe those backyard trampolines as well before those gusts roll through. Now, the cooler air will usher in a much more pleasant Thursday, out of the upper 90s to triple digits from this afternoon to 84 for our high in the City of Trees on Thursday with tons of sunshine. The skies will clear out quickly after that front moves through, but we will keep some wind in play tomorrow for the start of the Albertsons Boise Open. So Mother Nature might be messing with some golf games tomorrow. On Friday, the wind calms down and temperatures start climbing back into the upper 80s on Friday. A beautiful end of the work week. Then we get hot again come Saturday with a high of 94 degrees to kick off the weekend. Remember, for your very latest news and weather headlines, you can always visit 6onyourside.com.